This video is going to be how we stay warm when we're camping in, and I say cold, I mean relatively cold because it's nothing like back east. Cold for me is 40 and under. Um, so you can take that with a grain of salt. We have camped when it's under 30, 28 or 29 degrees a few years after Christmas. A few years back, we were camping down by Tucson at Catalina State Park, and it got down to about 28 degrees. But so here's some few tips that I have. I'll start off with the furnace is the best way. This is a 30,000 BTU, 30,000 BTU furnace. Runs off propane. And one of the tips I would share with everybody is under this toe kicker here in the kitchen. It's open. You can see here it's open. And you want to keep this clean of hair, dust bunnies, and also inside. When we got it, I vacuumed this all out because your air intake for your furnace is in there. And if you get that clogged up with hair, dust bunnies, and such, it will shut off. And you have to replace or clean the sensor in there. And I believe that's the sail switch, I think. I might be mistaken on that, but I'll correct the video. But I think people with pets have a big issue with that. We don't have pets, so I haven't ever had an issue with my furnace in any RV that we've had, but you want to make sure this is fairly clean down here on the floor. So we also put foam in the vents, and we have 3 vents in this trailer, one in our master bedroom in there, one in the bathroom, and one in here in the main room. Right now I don't have it in there because we were using it to vent out after you take a shower. These were good to keep the heat in at night. And last year we put these in there with the foam, which works great. However, this traps the heat in there. It traps the heat up here, especially in Arizona. And this is a screen here that you can pull out, and it warped this all up because it trapped the heat from the sun. So that's just something to keep in mind. But that's just a piece of plastic up there, and you're trying to keep your RV heat, and of course the heat rises, so that's just a piece of plastic that your heat is just escaping out of, and the same in there in the skylight. I don't have enough foam to do that one, but I'm okay with it like that. We're not in super cold weather right now. And these are the heaters I have. When we're hooked up to electricity, we use this one, and this works great. It's oscillating. We bought that a few years back. I don't know if they still sell that. I think I got it at Walmart or Costco, I think. It's got a remote control, and it's got a temperature setting thermostat, and it also rotates, oscillates. This is my Mr. Heater Buddy that I bought in 2009, and that thing has worked great. I bought this fan, stovetop fan, made a little plate for it, and that really circulates the air, because a lot on these the heat just goes straight up, and with that fan it just circulates the air a little bit better. I just bought this last week and just got it before we came out here. This is Mr. Heater Big Buddy, and that's 18,000 BTUs max. It's got 4,000 on low, medium is 9,000, and then 18,000 on high. And you can put 2 of these containers in there, these 1 pound, or you can hook it up with a hose. This one's 9,000 max, and then 4,000 on low. And these work great. These are really good quality. We tested this one out yesterday. It works great. I gotta make a plate to put that fan on this one, and I don't think I will use the fan on medium or high because it gets too hot. You can burn those up. Those are only rated for 600 degrees Fahrenheit for these fans. So you kind of want to be careful. And there's the box for that fan that I bought. I think it was 2 years ago I got that. And these containers are really expensive, and I refill those. It's just easier and cheaper by a long shot. We were at Shields the other day, and that's where I bought this. This was on sale for $109 at Shields, so I bought one. These propane tanks were $7 each at Shields, I think. So for years I've been refilling these. I bought the little thing online that you can refill these, And it's legal to refill these. It's illegal to transport them in your vehicle once you've refilled them, because the welds can fail and you can start a fire and all that. So keep that in mind. Don't do what I do. I also use these hoses, and if you buy these from Mr. Heater, they're expensive, but you can buy the ones that don't require, this one doesn't require a filter. This is the one I use on the Big Buddy, which is the single one, that one. And that just screws right in where the 1 pound tank goes. And then that connects left-handed thread into the propane tank. And you don't need a filter with this. It's not made with the oils that will leach out under high pressure. And I'll put links to these on Amazon. I bought this one off Amazon. That's a Mr. Heater. This is a knockoff. And this has the 3/8 quick disconnect, which goes in the Mr. Buddy, Big Buddy. And there is a connection underneath right there. You can see it right up here. There it is. And that's a quick disconnect. And you can run that on high with that. And you don't need a filter with that, because it is a regulator here from, this is the propane tank connector. And it's regulated so it's low pressure going out. So you don't need to worry about that high pressure leaching out oils from the hose. Mr. Heater, I think they wanted, it was quite a bit of money. I was thinking it was more than $50 for that hose. I paid $27 on Amazon. And this one got a lot of good reviews. Again, I'll put the links for these on there. So that's how we stay warm in here. I bought these temperature sensors off of Amazon too, and they're Bluetooth. I put this out here in the water compartment to see how cold, what the difference is. And on this one, it was actually about 11 degrees warmer in this area than outside. And right behind here is the bed. So it stays fairly warm in there, which I was kind of surprised. Then I put one outside. Here's the one for outside. And then I have another one for outside temperatures. And these give the humidity. I'll put a link on Amazon for those. Back in the back is the battery cabinet back there. You can't see, you can see the solar switch there. But inside there, I also put one of those temperature sensors. And I can monitor. Now that one's staying about 15 degrees warmer than outside. But there's also heat from our dresser that goes in there. So it's next to the control panel, the electrical panel inside the RV. So it's picking up heat from in there. Here's the app for the temperature sensors that I've placed around the RV. Shows the locations, and that way I can keep track and monitor them. Again, so I use these two only pretty much when we're boondocking and they run off those propane tanks. And then this one we use when we're hooked up to utilities and we can have unlimited electricity. I run that one, and in combination with the furnace. I usually don't run my furnace till in the morning. I usually get up early and then I turn the furnace on and warm everything up. But these are just kind of subsidizing us through the night, so we don't have to run the furnace and keep us awake at night. But again, I can't say enough good things about this Mr. Heater products that they have. They work really well. What I do running those, I leave this open a little bit to get some air circulation. You're supposed to leave a vent open. I don't want to leave a vent open up here. All your heat's going to go out. But so I just crack this window a little bit. You also want to make sure your carbon monoxide and propane gas alarm works. These always come with your RV. I actually have a switch on mine, which I think is not legal to do, but I have to do it when it's really hot in here in storage. This will go off. I think it's the glue and stuff that permeates when it's like over 100 degrees in here in storage. So when I plug in the RV to turn the fridge on, I just turn this off. But I always make sure it's on when we leave. I also bought a second one off Amazon that we put in the bedroom. I'm not sure how you say that. Is it kid? And this is your just carbon monoxide only. Put it in the bedroom. It also, I've tested this on at home, but it gives you your parts per million there, and then it gives you a peak, And I checked it this morning, and I think it was around 20 peak from overnight. And that was with the Mr. Heater Buddy. We just ran this one last night. We didn't run the big one. I was running this morning. But I believe it hit 20 parts per million, which doesn't sound the alarm. It only goes off when it's, I believe, I think it's over 70. I'll have to look at the instructions again. But yeah, you can test these out. I put it in a bowl with a match, and it takes so many minutes before it goes off to make sure it's not a false reading. Anyway, you might want to pick one of these up if you run these propane products inside. These are safe for indoors. And we've run those before in here. I've had this, like I said, since 2009, this small one. And you can see it's almost looks like new. They work great. So I think that'll finish this video. Thanks for watching. If you have other ideas, let me know. But again, in Arizona, I don't go up to the mountains. Really cold weather. If I had a van, that'd be nice. But in a trailer, it's kind of hard to do that. Your pipes will freeze. And all right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy. If you have any comments on that, let me know what you guys do when you're out in cold weather.